Low painting 2. This is a watercolor exercise that I want you guys to do. I pulled this exercise from a book called Light Up Your Watercolors by Linda Stephen Moyer. Here it is, if you're ever curious. And you should, with this assignment, I'm giving you a few pages of her book so you can kind of follow the step by step and look how she uses and layers her colors. And you should also get a print off, a colored version of the images that we have over here, printed on some hot press watercolor paper, that you will tape onto a masonite board. So again, the reason why we're taping this on a masonite board, you're going to stretch your paper down so it doesn't buckle and stay buckled once you apply water onto the paper. And this paper is a little bit different. The first paper we stretched, we used a different technique where you get the paper wet first. This one, you do not have to get the paper wet. You just take the paper dry, place it on a masonite board, and as you can see, I lined the whole perimeter with masking tape, which is a pretty good method if you are working with small pieces of watercolor paper. I would not recommend this if you're using very large pieces. Okay, when you're layering watercolors, you need to remember that watercolor is very transparent. It's like looking through sunglasses, if you will. And if you're not careful about what colors you layer on top of another, you're going to end up with a big muddy mess. And what is suggested is that we're going to start with our warm colors first, and then we slowly layer down to our darker and then colder colors. So if I'm going to paint this bird, first thing I'm going to do is I'm basically layering everything I see except for the white spots. I'm going to leave those, the white of the paper, that yellow color. So I'm going to get my watercolor brush. I'm mixing up some yellow paint. I'm going to come in with this parrot right over here. And again, I'm going to leave the white spots. I'm going to put a very light, probably a little bit too bold right now. I'm going to water it down just a hair. I'm going to come in and paint basically the whole thing yellow. And I'm going to include the background into this. I highly dislike the color black when painting, and because it's just so flat when you paint with it. And we want to keep our painting as vibrant and colorful as we possibly can. Let's see, I'm not sure what to do with this bark of wood right over here at the moment, as I'm putting down this really light wash. Definitely, I think I'm going to leave some little white spots in this wood. I can just pretty much color all of this. Okay, once this dries, which will take like a few moments, I'm going to layer it down again, but I'm going to graduate to the next color down the color which will be my oranges. So back to this image over here with the rooster. So what Linda did, she started with her warm color. She used the cadmium yellow, and then she starts in with her second layer, which is her oranges. Anything that is yellow that I see in this paper right here, like parts of the feathers or the cheek of the bird, I'm going to not go over with orange, but everything else is going to be covered in that orange. So we're just going to slowly, we're going to let this dry for a little bit. This is where I'm going to stop the video, and I'm going to let it dry, and then I'm going to continue with another video.